Hey YouTube, welcome back to another very hostage-like situation of being my captive forced audience on another long bike ride today. I very much imagine you as my audience, gagged and strapped to a chair, being forced to watch my videos until Stockholm Syndrome takes over. So on today's ride, we're going to be kind of making it up as I go. I think it's just going to be a big long out and back through the Chartreuse area north of Grenoble. We've already done just under 1,300 feet of climbing just to kind of get out of the city a bit. France is finally getting a bit of a reprieve from that absolute nightmare of a heat wave. Meaning that I think today is in the lowish to mid 80s, and that I did not have to sleep with a damp towel instead of a blanket last night. That's not a joke either. That's absolutely what I've had to do for this fucking heat wave. And my Airbnb didn't have a fan, so I had to go buy a 90 euro floor fan because everything else was sold out. And still have to sleep with a wet towel. It's been ridiculous. I've already ranted about the lack of air conditioners here in a different video. I don't want to do it again, but damn it, I'm already getting pissed about it. Like, it blows my mind that air conditioners has become a political issue here. Like, what the fuck? You know what? No, fuck it. You're gonna have to listen to me bitch about the heat wave air conditioning thing a little bit more. Because I've got a captive audience, and I have some thoughts, damn it. And I've had a lot of coffee this morning. So, welcome back to another episode of Fuzz on Wheels' Complaints and Grievances. First of all, there are more heat deaths or heat-related deaths per year in Europe than there are gun-related deaths in the United States. That is a statistic you can look up. And it is such a more solvable fucking problem. Like, I understand that we have gun violence issues in the United States, but I also understand why it's hard to fix. Because we have the right to bear arms written into our damn Constitution. But why the fuck is there so much backlash against air conditioning in Europe? It's the statistic here is like 20% of households have air conditioning here. And this is an annually recurring issue. And like, important places don't have it. Like pre-K schools don't have it. You know, elderly care homes don't have it. It's not even in some hospitals, for fuck's sake. I saw an article about doctors and nurses in Germany who have to wear fucking ice packs in the operating theaters. Can you imagine being in a hospital for like a hip replacement with like an 80-year-old and there's no air conditioning in the operating theater? Bus drivers in Spain have passed the fuck out and crashed their buses into buildings because the buses don't have air conditioners. And like, I just don't understand the logic behind the arguments against it. Like, okay, yeah, sure, it's, you know, it's increased energy costs. It's not good for the environment, whatever. But at what point is it necessary? Because the environment has gotten so fucked to begin with. Or in some cities, you know, they have historic building designations, which is a lot of Europe, because all the buildings are old. So the argument there is, oh, they don't want window units, you know, making the outside of the buildings ugly. You can have the little inside units that have the hoses that go outside. I don't know what they're called. the boxes that go on the floor with hoses that go out the windows. No damage done to the exteriors. Whoop. Or another argument is that the buildings are so old, they just can't be retrofitted for central heat and air. Bullshit. There's houses in the United States that are 100 plus years old that have central heat and air. My ex-girlfriend used to live in one. Or, if you don't want to go through all the trouble of retrofitting a central heat and air system, do the little box things again. Like, at what point do enough people have to die of any heat-related cause for an easy solution to be implemented? It's so hot here that people who can't fucking swim are trying to fucking swim, and they're drowning. One of the publicly touted solutions to staying cool in a heat wave is to put reflective foil over your windows. Which, fine, according to the laws of thermodynamics or the greenhouse effect or whatever the hell it is, will technically work. But in my little apartment here in France, I've been keeping the blinds closed, which means that there's just no natural light in my apartment at all anymore. Which, like, sucks for its own reasons. I like natural light. It's such an environmental concern here. Like, I get the environment. I care about it. I really do. But when health and safety is concerned, I think there's a little bit of a bias that needs to take place. People in the UK are getting fined money for running their air conditioners in cars if they're not moving. I've also read articles where they're getting told to actually remove their, like, external window units for environmental reasons when it's 100 degrees outside. Like, it blows my mind that the wider use of air conditioners has become a topic that politicians are running on. There's a woman running for the government of France, president or something. I forgot her name. But one of her running points is that if she's elected, she'll mandate air conditioning. A lot of people in Europe just blow, no pun intended, blow air conditioning off because it's not in the tradition. What a load of shit, man. I saw a study online. It was not a European study because of course it wouldn't be. I think it was Japanese. This study showed that living in excessively hot conditions without climate control, when needed, can actually negatively impact not just quality of life, but the economy. For multitudes of reasons. One, how productive do you think you'd be if you're working a desk job in an office just sweating your fucking nuts off? Probably less productive, and it was shown to be that way. Secondly, how much attention do you think little school kids are paying to their classes when they're just miserable? Not to mention how much less productive society it is as a whole when no one sleeps well because you're laying in puddles of your own sweat. I've been here 2 months and only on like a second floor apartment, and I still have to sleep with a damp towel, and it's been that way for the vast majority of the time I've been here because there's also no fans. And you know, the classic little French apartment has 2 windows, so you know, opening those and praying for a goddamn breeze, it just doesn't cut it. It's like there is no airflow. Like, imagine if this was reversed, right? Imagine if people in like Norway, Alaska, Siberia, somewhere where it gets really, really cold in the winter, every winter. Imagine if this was flipped and they didn't have heaters or any kind of way to heat their home in the winter. Everyone would think they're fucking nuts. Like if it dropped to negative 10 degrees, you know, somewhere in the winter, every winter, and no one had the ability to heat their home in any way other than, like, I don't know, doing jumping jacks and hoping their body heat radiates warmth, you'd think they're insane. What if people literally froze to death in their houses every winter? You'd think that's a massive problem. But no, flip that around, turn it into heat, and it's just tradition. Spending every night covered by a damp towel in a spread eagle starfish position fucking sucks. And it has to be spread eagle starfish position because any two body parts that are touching each other, like if your legs are together, just instantly turns to swamp ass. To quote Lewis Black, it's unbe-fucking-leavable. We're almost to the top of Col de Port or whatever the fuck, by the way. I've been ranting on this for like 45 minutes. So to close off this rant, I just want to say I don't want to be like an entitled American or some shit. I love Europe, I really do. You have tons of amazing things here that the US doesn't have. You have walkable cities. You got a great outdoor culture. You have food that's non-carcinogenic. You have public transportation and good infrastructure. But like, there's just some gaps in the logic here I just don't get sometimes. This is also during the World Cup, so there's a lot of Europeans in America right now. And I honestly really love seeing all the social media posts from Europeans about the United States, because it seems like for a lot of them it's breaking a lot of misconceptions that there have been about the United States. Like, yeah, a lot of things in the United States suck. I won't argue that at all. But it's really fun to see the little things that just kind of bring joy to the people from Europe. You know, like free unlimited refills, or the actual use of ice in drinks. Our shitty American food. I realize that a significant portion of this video is now just going to be me going on a Lewis Black style rant. So hopefully I'll balance that out a little bit more. So we are starting the climb up col number 2. I've totally forgotten the name as usual. I think ranting about the European heat wave took a little too much energy. I'm tired now. Also, I did an FTP test yesterday too, so that might have something to do with it. I am so close to an FTP of 300 watts. I'm at 296. 312 average for 20 minutes. I've been having some kind of weird muscle issue in my legs. Like I've pulled something or tweaked a nerve or done something really weird, because it's knots in my calf that are causing the arches of my feet to hurt. And it's not plantar fasciitis, I know that. But it's bad enough I've actually booked a massage with a sports physio. And for me to book a massage with someone, like, that's how you know that I'm hurting, or like I've fucked something up. Because I do not like massages. I do not like people I don't know touching me. Even people I do know, I just don't like being touched. So I'm gonna like load up on my anxiety medications or something and go to this massage therapy appointment. Alrighty, top of col number 2. I think I'll stop and take a little snack up here. So we are beginning the ascent up our third col of the day, Col du Granier, which is actually a pretty well-known one. I think it's usually featured in the Tour du Dauphiné, maybe even the Tour de France once or twice. We're kind of going up it backwards though. I think typically it's done in the opposite direction as we are going. Then once we get to the top of this, that'll be our turnaround point for the day. We'll kind of retrace our steps, maybe a few variations in that. Well, that wasn't very nice. That car that just passed me flipped me, gave me the finger. I don't know why. Probably because I'm not riding over in the fucking drainage ditch with the rocks and the sharp things. He was going really fucking fast too. It wasn't even the driver, it was the passenger that flipped me off. Fuck them. Jesus, that one was a little close too. Like, goddamn, sorry if I'm not riding where the sharp rocks and nails and shit is. There's also a 2-inch lip. It was not a blind or low visibility curve either, I might add. And they were definitely going above that 70-kilometer speed limit. I generally give drivers a lot of credit here in Europe. Like, I am much less afraid to do road riding here than I am in the States, because bikes and cycling is just such a more inherent part of the culture overseas here, that like it's kind of just expected to see bikes on the roads, even out in the rural areas like this. This is a climb on the Tour du Dauphiné. Like, of course there's going to be people riding this, it's well known. So we are just about the top, the crest of Col du Granier. Coming in at just over 31 miles, 2 hours, 50 minutes, 6,300 vertical feet. Time for a snack stop. As usual, we've got our very squished vanilla chocolate. And a Monster. Alright, well, I have just realized that I have lost my wind buff off of the camera, and I have no idea where. That could have been anywhere in like the last 10 miles, so. Alright, maybe a Monster and 2 penna chocolates was not a great lunch choice. My stomach doesn't feel super great. It's a terrible little false flat. I hate this bit. It doesn't look like it, but it's like 2% or something. Hey, cows. It's the rule. So we are back down from the mountains, back onto the bike path. Gonna head back into Grenoble in a second. We are at 56 miles, 7,100 vertical feet for the day. Ah, son of a bitch. Let's go do one more climb on the way home. Wasn't planning on doing this, but it's only 4:30 and I don't have anything better to be doing for the afternoon, so what the fuck. This is the hill I did my FTP test on yesterday. It's quite steep, and I am not really looking forward to it. Why did I decide to do this? And we're back kind of down in the valley, so it's like really hot now too. We are definitely not hauling ass up this like we were yesterday. At least if I take a rest day tomorrow, I'll feel justified. It is the 4th of July tomorrow, so maybe I'll treat myself and have a beer and a hamburger or two. 10% grade, 10 and a half, 11.7. Oh, there's 12.7, 13. There's the crux at 13.8%. We touched 14%. Great for an FTP test. Sucks for whatever the fuck I'm doing here now. We're gonna take a slight deviation, turn right here. Same amount of total climbing, just a little different than what I normally would do, just for the sake of variety. Oh, thank God, top of the climb. All right, I've gotten some water, eaten some candy. Oh, let's go home. Time to actually go home now. No more climbs. There's a few more miles on the bike path. End of the day stats are 74 miles, 75 by the time I get home. 5 hours, 21 minutes, 8,800 vertical feet, and about 3,300 calories. Pretty solid. I had like 4 or 5 different coals.